Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome to episode 3 of Win One Take On. This is my new series, and it's actually going down quite well. I know the first one for sure, but at the time of the recording, it's got at least 10 likes, so thank you very much for that. I know it's a little bit long overdue, but it's just how it is, how I have to record it. Also, if you can, make sure you leave a like. If we can hit 10, that'd be awesome again, and subscribe to my channel and, all that sort of shit. Follow me on Twitter. In this episode, we're going to be taking on the Canberra Raiders and the Brisbane Broncos. It's one of Brisbane Broncos' worst years from 2013, but they finished quite low, although they have been on a little bit of a downfall. Not quite as bad as they were that year, but we definitely have potential to pick up a few good players. Now, this Raiders side, they're sort of a average sort of side. Maybe Croker or someone would be a decent pickup. But at the same time, we definitely don't want to lose to them. In terms of pickups ourselves, we're actually starting to get a pretty formidable side. So we've played the Dragons, the Eels, and Tigers so far. So Eels were the first game, picked up C.O. Roberts, and I'm trying to think of who the last person was. Can't think off the top of my head. C.O. Roberts and Moimoy, Fufu Moimoy it was, and he's absolutely been killing it for us actually. See right there, we're going to intercept, and then right here there's going to make a line break here. Edric Lee, I believe it was, just down the wing here, and I actually haven't talked at the game though too much because this is actually a pretty boring game to say the least, but Fufu makes a nice little break here. Dugan gets tackled, and we shift it to the left a little bit more, and we have a little bit of a chance here. Chris Lawrence, who was one of our signings from Tigers, he goes over, but he knocks the ball on, trying to dive in and score. And this has happened a few times to me online, but I don't think it's ever really happened to me when I'm doing career mode or just playing anything in general. So I was so surprised when it happened because it doesn't happen that often. And definitely a blown opportunity there. It was 100%. It was guaranteed try there, and we just blew it somehow. So I'm not very happy with Chris Lawrence, but overall he's actually the better centre. We've got 3 centres in our side. We've got Ashford, Matt Cooper, and Chris Lawrence. We've got Ashford playing in the forwards. Also for the Tigers, we've got Curtis Sirinen, and I think I mentioned last episode we had him, but he's just not in the side because I forgot about him. But then Terry Campese here, he picks off an intercept here, and I was super annoyed about this one. It's one of those ones where it feels like they sort of teleport. I've talked about this a lot of times in my career mode videos and all the live commentaries and all that sort of stuff. I'm just not gonna beat a dead horse here. So we'll just move on from that. It's an intercept, and we're down 6-0 with not too long to go in the second half, and there was barely any time actually, because you see here, going for the short kickoff, Matt Cooper's going to catch it, and we're going to get tackled, and that's full time, and that's at a loss. That is our first loss, so we've got to go and enforce rules. Fufu and more man of the match, and we're going to lose 2 players for losing that game. So just how it is. If we're taking players, same sort of method. So we're losing number 17 and number 14. Thankfully, we haven't got that great depth that a bench player is not going to be that big of a loss. We got Reece Clark, and then sorry, I didn't catch who the first guy was. A pain, but at the same time, both of them, not really a big loss. But we do definitely want to bounce back. It's more of a pride thing because really Raiders didn't really have any big players or anything that we're after, except for maybe Jared Croker, like I said before, or Papali or someone. But the Broncos side, they definitely do have a lot of players. Pretty much any of their players is a good signing. It's strange to say that considering how bad of a year they had that year, but they have a really, really good side. So we're definitely out for blood, and if we can get the 20 points to get an extra player, or even the 30 to get a double extra player, that'd be awesome. But we haven't got off to too great of a start here, because the very first set we ended up dropping the ball. Sam thought I'd picking it up and racing away, just tackled just before the try line, and then they end up getting a repeat set, and they're about to get another repeat set here. The first one was taken, we grounded the ball, but the second one we actually took it dead, but we did hold them off very, very well. They didn't really look like scoring that often. We just defended so well, and then you see us throwing them over the sideline there when they had another bit of a sniff at scoring a try, and then we have our own little chance here straight from that great tackle. So we countered them really. Fufu and Moimo just destroying it here. And then we have it was a blown chance there. I think it was Canseo on that wing. Really should have done better, but can't do anything about it now. So we had some pretty good defense there, and then we end up getting a intercept, and it was Sirinen who's making his first appearance for the club, and what a way to start it. Great try there by young Curtis, who's actually not that great in this game. He's still an under-20s player, so no stat increases or anything, but making the most of it. Nice little try there on the intercept, and Ben Roberts slotting the conversion just around left to right, and then Fufu and Moimo just absolutely destroyed Thaiday. I mean, who knows, they could end up being teammates, you never know. But then moving on to the 48th minute, we put Matt Cooper in a hole, and it was very lucky. Usually that would be an intercept, but I've noticed a few times I've done this and there's been no intercept. But then Steen's going to go through here, and it looks like he could just reach out, but he actually doesn't, and we didn't end up scoring. So just 6-0 it is, and we end up throwing a very shitty pass there, and I'm not sure who picked it up, but thank God they didn't have that good a pace and we caught up to him, because that could have been disastrous. And then Dugan here, nice little run there. It was Phil for Moimo just creating damage. Just his shoulder barge is just so effective. But that's another win, just the one loss so far, and that was the Raiders one we had before. But we haven't really played that much, but you know what, we're going to pick up some really nice players here, I reckon. So we're going to pick 3, and there's 9, 5, and 10. So obviously number 9 is Andrew McCullough, and he's the first one here. You can see him. Very, very happy with him, because we did need a hooker, because we got plenty of outside backs, but hookers and like forwards and halves and stuff, we don't have enough of them. The winger Gerard Yayi, awesome player in this game. Such a shame like what happened to him in real life with his career, but we'll fit him into the side somehow. And then Sam Thaiday, one of the better forwards on this game. So you know, a great pickup. We're starting to get a very formidable side like that can compete with the best of them. So here's us just moving them into our side. I think we may have to get rid of some of our own players in the future, but I suppose Canberra taking a few of our players sort of did a little bit of a job there. This is coming to the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Hopefully you can drop a like, subscribe to my channel. Also with the likes, if we can hit 10, that'd be very much appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Mr. Luke on YT is my Twitter handle, and I've got a Facebook page in the description. I don't really use it too often, but I may in the future. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.